Hey there everyone, it's Yat Kean here from Training Ground. Welcome back to another review video. So today what I have is the 2025 Proton X70. Now the review unit here I have is the Premium-X variant, which is the top of the range, has the sunroof as well. Now in this video we are not only just going to talk about the exterior, but we're also going to highlight a bit on the interior, but the most important thing, the driving performance as well. Okay, and we were going to close it out with my final verdict on the car. So let's not waste any more time and start off with the exterior of the Proton X70 2025 model. In terms of the exterior, I think there's only one major part that has changed, which is the front part and the looks of it. I like what they have done for the 2025 model. Now with the new redesigned headlamps here and the front part here, they do actually look a little bit much more exuding luxury SUV look onto it. I like the new headlamp, look nice, and again with the prominent grille, looks bold and muscular as well. That's a really great plus point. And then if you really check out the front lip here, okay, there's a silver color onto it mixed with the black. That's cool, adds a little bit more premium, but for sure this is just a plastic panel, so take note on that. Yeah, I really love the 2025 variant's look of it. Definitely exudes a much more bolder, muscular and luxury look onto it. And for the wheels, it's actually using a 19-inch alloy wheels here. It's a 10-spoke as you can see over here. And the tires that I am actually currently riding for the review unit is Continental Ultra Contact UC6 SUV. So if you need to know the tire specification, it's 225 55 R19V. Okay, and for tire performance, for now I can only say that it grips quite well. Meanwhile, for the side styling of the Proton X70, not much has been changed for sure. But you do notice that the 2025 model, it has the TGDI badge on the door here, the passenger here, and then at the door bottom part here, front and the rear, it has these silver beads here. That's it's a plastic panel, don't worry about it, and it does add some bits of premiumness along with the chrome lines on the edge of the door and on the windows as well. That just enhances the premiumness. Now for the rear styling of the Proton X70 2025 model, not much of a change to be honest. But for the 2025 Premium-X variant here, you have the spoiler with the third brake light. Yeah, it's actually, the third brake light is external, it's outside. Okay, and then for your exhaust tip, the dual exhaust tips, they are chrome here. And for sure, you still get the prominent Proton letterings here. So if you like that strong, bold look, I think you are going to fall in love with the Proton X70 25 model's design appearance. So enough of the exterior styling, let's talk about the interior. I think the most important thing is for sure the driver's seat. So for me now, I'm going to show you a sample of the sitting position I'm usually sitting on. It's it felt very neutral. That's what I would like to say. And the power seats here, they are very good. So if you are someone shorter than me, I'm actually 5'7", you can actually continue to jack up the seat height as well. So this is already to the max, and I'm actually able to see what's in front of the car ahead, and that is actually quite nice as well. But usually I don't jack up the seat height too much because the sitting position is actually quite good enough with the mid height. Okay, yeah, so that is something I would like to share to you folks. And for sure the control is actually precise as well. The power seats, they are amazing. And also the leather seats here, ooh, they feel very good. Enough of lumbar support, but they are not racing seats, so they are not going to be enclose you so tightly. And you do have some a little bit of a free play to move around when you are sitting on the back. If you are, I would say, Asian size, so if someone that is slightly larger, I would believe that the seats might be felt a little bit small for you. But for me, it's just like just nice, feels good. For the steering wheel, I felt it's very sporty looking, and also you have all the buttons here. That's easy to access all the menu on the infotainment as well. And also you can actually navigate the speedometer as well. So all you need to do is go to the left stop here, press the trip, and you can actually change to get all your status requirement, like the fuel consumption, your tire pressure monitoring, and your mileage, your average fuel consumption. Everything is available here for you to play around. And meanwhile, for the infotainment, for sure, the 2025 Proton X70 has the inclusion of the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So I have actually access to the Android Auto via my Galaxy S24 Ultra here, and boom, voila, it actually feels really good having the Android Auto and the Apple CarPlay. Is definitely completed the driving experience for the users as well. Now I'm going to show you, I really connected with my Galaxy S24 Ultra. So you can actually navigate like using Waze. You want to use like Samsung Music to play your song, Spotify also can, not a problem. And also for sure, you want to go back to the Proton navigation, you just click onto it and you can go back. It's very simple. And for the infotainment, I like it. It's fast. Check it out. Very fast, responsive, great. And you do able have the settings to play around, and you can do all your settings here. Cockpit, okay, you can change the ambient light. Yeah, there is some ambient lighting here as well, so you can play around with it. Okay, so you can actually use multicolor. You can use breathing. You can go for single color. Okay, I prefer multicolor, looks nice. Okay, and then you can use music beat as well. There's something really cool, nice. Okay, so you can change your ADAS as well over here, and also for sure you can adjust all your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth. You want to update the software, everything is at the settings. Yes, and I actually like this large infotainment as well, especially for the adult users, the senior citizens. They would be able to see what is actually displayed, because I noticed like some of the competition, they are providing infotainment display, they are too small and all the wordings are too small. Okay, over here the fonts, everything, they look large enough for me. I'm able to glance through and read through what is the text, and that's a good point and truly amazing. Now if you want to adjust the air conditioning, you still have some buttons over here. You still have the physical buttons, as you can see. So usually I would have to say the air conditioning by Proton is always sejuk. Cold is always cold. Alright, it's always sejuk, so that is good. For me on a hot day like now, this is actually showing like 43 degrees Celsius. Okay, I usually get the car to cool down within like 10 seconds, and that is quick, really quick, and I like it. Okay, So you do have other function buttons over here. So you can access your eco mode, sport mode, descent assist here, and your parking sensor on the left side, which is great. And then your electronic parking brake here, auto hold, and your traction off button is here. Meanwhile, the gear lever here is pretty straightforward. You will be able to access reverse, neutral, drive, and the manual mode. But if you want to go into P, there's a button over here. And also, speaking of the center console here, you still have some 2 cup holders here, and the handrest over here, you still have a plug point as well. That's good. For the driver position, you're able to see you have a Type A charging port here with some space for you to maybe put your phone or some small items as well. And this is how the driver's door looks like. Okay, so for your door opening, here's the handle for it. So over here there's a small speaker grill here. Okay, I think it's a speaker grill. There's a cutout of it. That's great because there's another speaker here on the door as well, and you have an ample space here. Put your bottle and put some stuff on the door as well. So for the door armrest-ish, there's buttons for you to control the door locking, windows, and also you still can put your touch and go card or put some coins onto it, depending on what you're liking on to. And for sure, for the handle here, this is sturdy, but for sure it's made out of plastic. So this bit here is not aluminum chrome. And also one thing I want to say about the stitching here, it's okay, but I don't understand with the design language. It's just like there's 2 lines of running onto it. I think they can make some texture onto it, but well, it is what it is. Over on top here, you able to see you have some controls for the sunroofing, especially if you purchase the Premium-X variant. Okay, so basically you can adjust lights here, door lights. You can open up the sunroof. You can see here, it looks nice. And if you want to open up the sunroof, yep, you can do that. Check it out. So you can do it nicely. Okay, and then you can close it back up. That's nice. If you purchase the Premium-X variant, okay, and you can for sure put your sunglasses over here. That's nice. And then driver here, you have a mirror with a lighting. Same goes for the passenger side as well. That's nice. And also I do notice that it's so easy to like this to make into a sunshade for the side window. So that's a good point. Nice. So we move to the front passenger seat here. So it also has the power seats as well. Okay, but you only can move the top part here, front and backward, but it cannot jack up the seat like what the driver position able to do it. And also I noticed one strange thing is that why the passenger side here, especially on the front, gets USB Type-C charging port, but the driver sitting position gets USB Type-A. I just don't understand that. Okay, and also I do notice like for the center console here, it's missing a wireless charging pad, because they offer wireless charging pad on the Proton S70, the sedan, but they don't offer it on the X70. So kind of a little bit hit and miss here. Okay, and the drawer here, yeah, it's, I would say the space is just so. average. So your warranty booklet, everything is in here, your service booklet. And for sure the aircon vents are here. It looks sturdy, so you can adjust the airflow of the air conditioning quite easily as well. Very sturdy, I like it. Yeah, so overall the leather seats here for the front driver and the passenger, I still love it. Stitching is good, enough of padding makes you feel comfortable. So for the rear passenger seat, this is how actually it looks like. Okay, so let me just go inside first. Alright, man, they do actually feel sitting position. I think is actually quite good. I felt comfiness on as well. That is a good point, right? Comfy. I think that is what most buyers are always looking for. And move on back. So for the seat pockets, they are net. Okay, I feel like the spacing of the net, like, not enough a bit. I feel like it could be a little bit more larger. And also like all these kind of mesh nets, I think if you're going to put sharp things, it will be very easy get torn. That is just my major concern. Okay, and you have air conditioning here with air cleaner as well, so you can adjust the airflow of the air conditioning as well. And at the bottom you have a USB Type-C charging port and USB Type-A charging port, so it gives you like two options. So again, at the front passenger seat here, the back of it has the mesh nets. So overall I think it's quite good for the rear passengers to enjoy the driving experience. Okay, it doesn't feel anything unusual or whatsoever. Also, again, I'm 5'7". I still have ample space on my head here, so that again, very good point. I think if you are someone like 6-footer, I think you might be starting to maybe hitting quite near to the roof. Okay, so the rear seats also have ISO fixed, both rear seat, but the center console here, you can actually pull it out and access to another 2 cup holders. So that is great. So there's 2 additional cup holders in front, so making it there's 4 cup holders in this car. Lastly, for the boot space, it has 515 liters of boot space. Check it out, there's really a lot of ample space. So if you're someone that is always traveling with a lot of luggages, or maybe you go to grocery, you buy a lot of things, or maybe for your work, you need to carry a lot of things, yes, the ample of space for you, and you can actually still get more spacing if you make the rear seats fold over. And that is good. So you can also cover up your things. That's great. But I'll just leave it as it is. But best of all, you also get the tailgate, the power tailgate here. Now that is convenience for the owners. So I also did mention in the previous model, like, why are they putting a handle on the center console? I still don't understand, and they still retain it. So some people do find it useful. For me, I don't find it actually really useful. I think if they remove it, the person that are sitting in the car, they feel a little bit more spacious. So I think something they should think about the design if they really want to change. And also again, just add in a wireless charging pad. Now I'm driving the 2025 Proton X70 Premium-X variant, the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged engine, TGDI. And to be honest, I kind of like the feel of it. So I'm driving in the normal mode. So let me just get out from here for a while first, let the cars move on. So I like how the car drives. It's quite good. Power is ample. So now I'm taking a bump. You do able to feel the car is very, very planted, for sure. So another bump over here. Feels very planted. I think the suspension setup over here is very good for everyday drive. For sure, the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged TGDI engine here is phenomenal. So now I'm currently in the normal mode. I'm gonna accelerate a little bit more. So the power here is truly tremendous. It's good. Oh, another bump. Quite good. So I'm gonna go to the eco mode right now. So eco mode is going to be, I would say, is making the accelerator feel a little bit redundant in order for you to have better fuel economy. Not bad. It does feel a little bit slower a bit in the responsiveness, but that's okay. So we also need to talk about the braking on the Proton X70 as well. I love the brakes. They are quite strong, very, very powerful. I love it. So let me keep going on, keep going on. So that was in eco mode. Now I want to go to the sports mode. Now sports mode is going to be holding on to the rev range longer. So you will be able to notice that the car will be keeping up in the higher rev range for quite some time. Even in short acceleration, the car is actually quite nice, especially in the sports mode. Also, we need to talk about the gear lever as well. The gear lever here feels phenomenal for city driving, and the feel of it is quite good and quite easy. You actually don't need any button to operate the lever here, so that is quite easy as well. I do know, understand for safety purpose, some people prefer it with a button to navigate the gear lever, but here it doesn't have, so I'm alright with it, even without the button to navigate the gear knob here, the gear lever. So now it's in neutral. I'll just shift it into D. Very easy. Go to D. And if I want to go to manual, I can just turn it to the left side and it will go over to the manual mode. And then from there, I need to manually shift the gears. So I need to, yeah. So these are some of the safety system. So with the safety system, you will be able to hear all these kind of warning signs to you. Okay, now I'm in sports mode. I'm gonna accelerate. The road is empty. Wow, that is really, really fast. acceleration, the pickup, everything is on point. So it's better for us to go out a little bit because there's a car stopping. See, I think we're gonna go over here. Overall, the driving dynamics is quite good for day-to-day usage. So this is just a normal city ride. I'm going to next head to another clip whereby I'm going to take this Proton X70 for a Genting drive. Okay, so stay tuned. So I'm currently in the normal mode back. The normal mode is going to give the normal throttle response and feel good. Nice, taking the corner on the Proton X70, precise, but we have to take it slow because there are certain lanes it merged into a single lane and we have to be careful. There are traffics as well. So this drive is gonna be a little bit more chill, but for sure, yes, the Proton X70 definitely has the power. Very precise. Love the cornering feel. So now I'm gonna go eco mode up on the hill here. So this will make the throttle response a little bit slower, but should be good. Nice tackling it. Still enough power to go uphill. Power, gotta love it. This is good, this is good. Still in the eco mode. Yeah, definitely eco mode like don't give you the drive out so easily. So if you want to have like very spirited driving, I think eco mode is not the way to go. Go for normal or sports. Okay, one more corner up here. And now I'm gonna switch back to sports mode. Okay, switching to sports mode. Okay, now the car feels a little bit more alive. Respect the other traffic users as well, traffic and road users. Yeah, some people cannot take in the fast sweeping corners.
Take the first exit.
Ooh. easy. Oh, sports mode is really nice. Keeping up with the high ref range here is helping a lot going uphill to Genting, and I love it. It's good. Brakes are good, stability is nice, suspension feel nice. Really bring the sports in the SUV initial. This is great. See, even at slowing down, I feel confident on this car. Alright, so after driving for several days, it's time for me to give my final verdict. So 2025 Proton X70 Premium-X variant, if you want to purchase it, it's going to cost you 126,800 ringgit Malaysia, and I would feel the price is actually quite value for the money, of course. But for my review, I couldn't say too much on the longevity and the maintenance for sure. But for that short drive, that few days onwards, and getting a feel of it, pretty impressive. Engine wise here is powerful, is enough for your daily drive, be it whether you want to go for outstation as well. It is powerful enough, and as you can see from the clip going up Genting, not a problem. It just ran through, and suspension setup, everything is great. Tires, they are grippy for sure, and then boot space is sufficient enough. And if you want to have all the latest ADAS feature, yeah, it's also available on the car here, so you don't really have to worry too much in terms of the safety aspect. And some of the intelligent features I also quite like. But for sure, if you are going to get it, there are a few things I think you should consider. First, do you really need a sunroof? Malaysia is really hot. Okay, so for me, if I'm particularly going to be buying this model, I think I'm not going to taking up the sunroof, because for me, it's a cool feature, but it's not something I really necessarily wants it. Okay, that's for sure. And yeah, and then on the brake part, it's strong as well, stops well, surprisingly very good. And like for the top spec variant, you get all the full DRLs, the LED headlamps. They look nice. Functionality wise, I would say it's going to be very good. But one thing, if you really want me to nitpick, I'll definitely say the fuel consumption is still one of the things I am very concerned about this model. Even though this time they are using the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged TGDI, I still feel it's a little bit quite thirsty in terms of the fuel consumption, especially if you are heavy-footed. But if you are someone that really controls the throttle, the accelerator, then yes, you will be able to get some very, I would say, slightly above average fuel consumption for your the whole ownership of the car. So that is one important thing. But if you truly ask me what is my recommendation for the car, I'll give it that if you really need the large SUV, if you in the market you want a big car, then this is definitely in your buying list. And also if you want the whole set of safety features, the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, yes, this is the car right now in the Proton model lineup that offers it. This is actually the one you should be going for. And if you are also someone that is really quite confident with large SUVs, this is also something for you to take note on. But I don't recommend those people that they want something very compact. Then this is definitely not the one for them, because it's going to be taking them a little bit of a while to get used to the sitting position that is high up, and the car is also quite large as well. So that is something for the consumers to take note on. What about the ratings? If you ask me ratings on this car, I'll have to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, there are things to be improved for sure, like there's actually lack of wireless charging pad here. I wish if they have like any wireless charging pad, then that would be good. And again, drive mode buttons, like the previous model, I also mentioned, why are you putting drive mode selections on the left side? Why don't you put it on the right side, whereby it is more driver focused? So there are a lot of things to nitpick. I think for some consumers, they will have the similar nitpick, but for the price point, 126,800 ringgit Malaysia, I think the competition that is in the market right now is almost similar or slightly overpriced. So it's a really difficult choice to make. But if you like Proton and you want something that just drives, feel well planted as well, stopping power is great, a lot of space, powerful engine, then yes, this is the one. But if you're looking for fuel economy, then sorry, this is not the one. And if you want compact car, this is not the one for you. Alright, yeah, so basically that's the rating and the recommendation and the overall review for the Proton X70. Hopefully you guys love this video. If you do and you're still new to the YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe, because it does help a lot for us to get more product, to deliver more content for you to watch. Okay, so hopefully you guys are aware. And with that, I'm Yat Kean from Training Ground. Bow down to you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, stay tuned.